Hello class, my name is Chris Snow and I will be presenting on the drug dimethyltryptamine, commonly known as DMT. DMT is part of the tryptamine class of drugs and it resembles serotonin, which is how it gets its effect by binding to serotonin receptors. DMT naturally exists in our environment and some scientists believe that it is produced by the pineal gland, but can be synthetically created in a chemical lab as well and purchased illegally over the internet. Due to its availability and psychedelic effect, it is a highly illicit substance, falling into the category of a Schedule I drug. DMT can be found from the West Indies to parts of South America, and it is found naturally in leguminous trees. And according to our text, DMT can be found in our bodies in trace amounts. While it is naturally occurring in plants and potentially us, it can be synthetically made as well. A common transmission of DMT is via snuff, and the Haitians believe partaking in DMT helps them communicate with their gods. A brewed tea called ayahuasca that contains DMT as well as Banisteriopsis crappy vine and another plant called Psychotria viridis. DMT combined with this plant will prevent the natural suppression of DMT in our body to elicit DMT psychedelic effects. Without this combination, DMT cannot be consumed orally and has to be inhaled via smoke or vapor, and it is commonly paired with cannabis, tobacco, or parsley to elicit its psychedelic effects. According to Aeroid.org, the dosages when smoked range from 10 to 60 milligrams with a quick onset of 15 to 60 seconds. The effects can last up to about an hour. DMT's effects, again, it acts on serotonin receptors to elicit such effects as extremely vivid visual hallucinations, experiencing what appears to be other dimensions, and many report to interact with their gods while under the influence. The main factor that separates DMT from other hallucinogens is that it appears like you have left this dimension, and the visual hallucinations appear like many of the visuals I have placed on the background of my slides. It has out of this world hallucinogenic effects. Common side effects include rapid heart rate, raised blood pressure, chest pain or tightness, agitation, dizziness, rapid eye movements, dilated pupils, confusion, headache, loss of muscle coordination, shivering, unconsciousness, and on the extreme spectrum, it can lead to seizures and potentially a coma. Lastly, there has been an increased support for research of DMT to determine if our pineal glands that are known to produce melatonin for sleep also produce DMT. Research is in strong support of this, yet it hasn't been determined if it is enough to elicit hallucinogenic effects while we sleep. The pineal gland and DMT have ancient history that dates back to the Egyptians. They linked the pineal gland to the eye of Horus, or the seat of the soul, and this is commonly referred to the physical representation of the third eye. And interestingly enough, the visuals one may experience on a DMT trip resemble their architecture, so it is hypothesized that Egyptians were inspired by DMT. This makes sense because Egyptians' architecture illustrates godlike figures, and DMT has been said to allow one to communicate with their gods. That's all I have for you today. Thanks for listening.